At 28 minutes past, so Danny Kruger.
Madam Chair, thank you very much, and you're very good to call me at all, because I was late for the beginning of the debate, and I do apologise and beg your forgiveness, and also that of my honourable friend Stafford. I'm sorry to have missed the first minute or two of her brilliant speech. And I did have I served with her on the Bill Committee, and I remember with pleasure the incredibly erudite and impressive to and fro between the front benches and arguing over what happens when sows roll over and all that sort of thing. I learned a huge amount. I'm very pleased that during the process of that bill, food production was inserted as a public good, and the principle that I think the bill now represents is standing up for British farmers and ensuring that the industry can thrive in this new world is great to be welcomed. Just a word on our trade policy, if I may. It is absolutely right that we are pursuing a policy of free trade in agriculture. It is the right thing for the world and the right thing for our country. Obviously, and our party has been through this over the centuries. The principle of consumer price and choice and the competition that trade induces, including over quality, is absolutely vital and not to be overlooked. It's also an enormous export opportunity, and Wiltshire farmers don't just produce glorious food for domestic consumption and for export, but we're also the home of some of the most innovative technology and new engineering techniques, new methods of protein manufacturing, which have enormous potential for our country and our county. And thinking about the huge challenge of feeding the world, feeding the the urbanised population of China, I hope that our country can play a role there through our trade policy. And of course, it's also of great benefit to the world's producers. And one of the great advantages of being outside the common agricultural policy is that we can now genuinely welcome the products of the world, no longer be in a sort of protective racket that excluded particularly African producers. However, I am also concerned that our agricultural policy, and I know the Minister shares this aspiration, ensures that we eat more of our own food in this country, that we consume more domestic produce. And I am concerned, and I share the point I think raised by my friend from Truro and Falmouth about the quality of food eaten by our population. And I worry about creating a two-tier system where wealthy people eat glorious British produce, and poorer people are expected to eat the lower quality food produced from abroad, possibly to lower standards. And that, I know, is a concern that the Minister shares. It is very good and right that we are supporting production through the new subsidy system. In general, we don't do that, and we shouldn't, but in this instance, farmers have a role in maintaining this country's greatest asset, which is our land and our country, our greatest natural asset. And I think Roger Scruton, who should always be quoted as often as possible, said that the beauty of the English countryside is testament to centuries of inherited property rights. And the principle of supporting those landowners and tenants is important. Secondly, the importance of resilience. And we have learned, and we are seeing, the rise of economic nationalism around the world, and we have learned in the last year and a half the incredible importance of a secure supply of our essentials, including food. So I'm pleased that the government is putting food security at the heart of its strategy, and we're developing a national food security strategy. My thanks to all members and to my honourable friend for securing this debate. My thanks to Wiltshire farmers in particular. I want to make particular mention of my friend Peter Lemon, who started the Southern Streams project in the Marlborough Downs in Wiltshire, which has secured the protection of the streams of my area. The farmers do an amazing amount, not just in securing our food, but in maintaining our environment, and my thanks to them.